Shalom, shalom. Israel, giving honor to the Most High and Yahweh Shah. We are the Battle Axes, coming at you with a Monday night dine-in class. Monday night dine-in where we don't
dine with the swine.
I'll praise you. We don't dine with that swine over here, man. Take that pork and that bacon, that pork bacon somewhere else, man. Tonight we're trying to give you edification in the scriptures. Tonight class will be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. We always like to tell brothers and sisters to try to stay in the spirit. That's why we pull Sunday night classes, Captain Nehemiah. Monday night classes with me, Officer Yara. Wednesday night classes with Captain Jeroboam. And then Sabbath classes with Benaniah, Captain Benaniah, and Captain McAdoo. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, so that you can get filled in with every class, so that you can keep your spirit winning over the flesh. We got to constantly endure to the end, constantly get these scriptures, so that we can win this battle of spirit versus flesh. So we hope everybody is staying in the spirit. Had a great Sabbath last week. We're going to try to continue and do the same thing. Have a good Sabbath this week. This weekend, I think we'll be in Dalworth, bringing out that word, and then next week we'll be going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we do appreciate everybody who is putting their bits and pieces in, whether you're sending money GoFundMe or whether you're just putting the truth out there for us, sharing it. We just appreciate everybody for what they're doing, helping the Battle Axes try to grow and get this truth out. With that being said, tonight's class, like I said, be careful what you ask for. Get that trumpet. I'll blow that trumpet. Let them know. All praises, all praises. Thought of this class, man. You know, I thought of this class a long time ago, and I put it off for some more classes. But there was some things going on within the camp, without our camp, within our own people, and just what we see daily within myself. Be careful what you ask for, because we tend to pray for a lot of things that we don't need, or we tend to want to be in positions that we know we're not capable of being in, or we ask for things that we know is not good for us, but yet still you still want them. So when we talk about this class tonight, is that let the Most High guide you on what you need, because when we pray to the Most High, you best believe He knows what we need. So when you ask for things, make sure that it's out of the sincerity of what you and your nation of people need. But we don't just pray for ourselves; we pray for the nation. That's right. We pray for the destruction of this kingdom and for Israel getting back into its rightful ownership, which is the top and not the bottom, which is the head and not the tail. First scripture we'll go to tonight, Matthew chapter 6, verse 7. Book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 7.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 7.
Read.
But when ye pray, use not vain repetition.
So I said, when we pray, don't use vain repetition. Don't be asking for the same, that S550 every day, every night, asking for that husband or that wife when you just ready to get married or you just ready to have children. Don't be in vain repetition. Like we say, we want to pray for the destruction of this kingdom. We want to pray for our nation of people. We want to pray for righteous things. Mm-hmm. Not what we want, but what we need. Read on.
As the heathens do.
As who?
As the heathens do.
As the other people do. And we get this from these other people. You know, we get this from that Christianity church. They want to pray for everybody out in the open, and they want to act like in word. They want to give a good preaching prayer, if I could say. They want to give a preacher's prayer, you know. Yes, they want to get rid in debt with it and all these big words and names and stuff. Which the Most High God ain't too founded about that. He know your heart. He wants the truth from your heart. So it said, don't use vain repetitions as the heathen do. Read on.
For they think that they shall be heard. For there are much speaking.
So they think they're gonna be heard for all that old mumbo talking they doing. Oh, he's a prayer warrior. He's a prayer God. All this here. They think they're gonna be heard for all that. Read on.
Be not ye therefore like unto them.
But what the Bible saying?
Be not ye therefore like unto them.
Read on.
For your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him.
Read that again. For your Father.
For your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him.
Read that one more time.
For your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him.
We want to make sure that we touch on this scripture and that we remember this scripture throughout the whole class. Because when we say be careful what you ask for, like I said, the Most High know what you need before you even open your mouth to speak to him. So make sure it's lining up with needs and not wants. Make sure it's lining up with righteousness and not unrighteousness. Because I'm telling you, you have somebody in the spirit, in the truth, boy, and they'll pray for your destruction. We got people out here that'll do that. Come on, we Judah, man. We know what Judah will. We know what we capable of doing. We capable of doing some wicked stuff, man. We capable of praying for some wicked things, man. When we was in the world, we showed hated on brothers and sisters. Man, I hope that nigga go get that coin, run into a tree. I hope he get them joined to somebody rob. So we got to make sure that we don't be like the heathen and vain repetitions. And when we do go to the Father and ask him what we need, we ask of what we need. Because he knows what we need off the jump. So make sure we keep that in our head. Go to Psalm 65. Psalm 65, 1 through 5. We'll go to 31. You know, David always prayed, man. The book of Psalms is heavy, man, with David, because he always prayed. Our praises out. The Most High, Salahi, David always prayed to the Most High, man. Heavily. David put me in the mindset of Ezra, because Ezra was asking all these questions, wanting to get the understanding. David was too. David knew he had favor in the Lord. David was Lord. He go pray to him. Why things like this, Lord? How long will you keep your face hid from us, Lord? David asked good questions. Just as well as Ezra did. Sometimes the Most High answered him. Sometimes he told him, "Hey, that's over your pay grade there.
That's it.
That's above your pay grade there. I can't give you that. I can give you something. But some things are over your pay grade. We got to understand that too, man. When we go to the Most High, why did he get killed? Why did he take my mama? Why did he take this? Some things are above what you even think. Isaiah 55:8 said, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts. Neither my ways your ways." So sometimes we got to contend to be content with what the Most High give us, man. That's another thing. Be content with what the Most High give you. Read this right quick. Psalm 65, chapter 65, verse 1.
Praise waited for thee,
Read.
O God, in Zion, and unto thee shall thy vow be performed.
Read on.
O thou that hearest prayer.
David said, "Oh, thou that hearest prayer, no, I'm coming to you." Read on.
Unto thee shall all flesh come.
He said, all flesh gonna try to come to you, man. Read on.
Iniquities prevail against me.
What did he say?
Iniquities prevail against me.
He let them know, Father, man, sometimes I fall in this thing. But sin sometimes prevails. Sometimes sin wins. And that's the problem that is. When you be careful what you ask for, sometimes you ask for sin. You ask for things that sin done got you asking for. Not for righteousness.
That's right.
David said sin wins sometimes against me, man. So sometimes we have brothers and sisters that let that sin prevail and win against them, and then they start asking for worldly things. They start asking for things that they know they need not. Wants. Read on.
As for our transgressions, thou shalt purge them away.
But David know, he knew the whole understanding. He said, but I know, Lord, if I keep fighting for you, if I keep praising your name, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, sooner or later, you will purge these iniquities away from them. So he let them know, I'm down for the fight. If it's a 12-round thing, I'm around one, well, then we got 11 more rounds to go. That's right. Read on.
Blessed is the man whom thou choosest.
Blessed is the man that what?
Thou choosest.
We're going to go there right quick. Let's see who the Lord chose. We just want to precept on that right quick. Deuteronomy 7:6. Blessed be the man that the Lord chose. Man. I wonder what man that is. I wonder what nation that is. Yeah, I lost mine too. Blessed be the man that the Lord chose.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
He said the Lord thy God has chosen thee. We know we're going into Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy lets us know who the Most High chosen people are, which are the Israelites. Everybody like to agree with that. Yeah, Israel, they was, but they was. Now we are, and for always ever will be. Ain't no was on this thing. Ain't no past tense.
That's right.
We was the chosen people. We are the chosen people. We gonna forever be the chosen people. Read on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's a little racism right there, ain't Real talk. Racism is a strong belief and desire for our people. And most times let them know, man, y'all gonna be above everybody. Read on.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you, nor chose you, because ye were more in number than any people.
Read on.
For ye were the fewest of all people.
So he let you know the Most High didn't choose you. He chose you, but he didn't choose you because you was the most in number, or because y'all had the most people, or because y'all was the most money, or had the most wealth, or whatever the case may be. He said he chose you for you were the fewest of all people. For we were the poorest, man. The poor. Let's touch that too. Read on.
But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath,
Read on.
Which he had sworn unto your fathers, had the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of the bondmen.
The house of bondmen. Have he not got you out of this, out of different slavery, seven captives? Have he not done this? Read on.
From the hands of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
And we know those were the children of Israel in the land of Egypt. Let's go to Exodus right quick, 32 and 13. Because he said the Lord, he said he would keep the oath, man. He didn't say he would forget the oath. He said he would keep it.
That's right.
See that oath, man.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32 and verse 13. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants, to whom thou swearest by thine own self, and saidest unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven.
So because you can't count the stars of heaven.
No, you can't.
That's just like the sand of the sea. He compares us to things that are unnumerable, man. He said, even though y'all were the smallest, I'm gonna multiply the seed and make it so great that they ain't gonna know what hit them, man. From east coast of this world, from the west to the north to the south to the east. He said, I'm gonna keep the oath. I'm gonna multiply you, man. And what they always say, we don't die, we will
multiply.
And we just keep on coming. They're like, dang, I just killed, like the officers, I just killed 4 Negroes the other day. They look like the same ones came out the same house. Dang, what's going on?
God.
Read on now.
Oh boy. And all this land that I have spoken of will I give unto your seed, and they shall inherit it for ever.
For what?
Ever.
We just want to touch on that because what he said, whom the Lord chose, man. Let's go back to Psalm 65. Psalm 65, verse 4.
Psalm 65, verse 4. Blessed is the man whom thou chosen.
Jacob. I'm sorry. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Read on.
And cause it to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts.
Read on.
We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house.
Read that again.
we shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house.
Come on, man. We as Israelites, sometimes we got to be satisfied that what? I'm satisfied. I'm an Israelite.
That's it.
Hey, I might be in a one-room shack. I might be on the streets. I might be anywhere but where I want to be. But guess what? I should be satisfied that I'm that chosen seed, man.
Right.
Sometimes we just got to be satisfied. And that goes into a lot of things to be careful what you ask for. Because if you're satisfied and content with being God's chosen people, well, hey, everything else really don't even matter.
God.
Now, you know we want the finer things. A lot of people want the finer things. But when you come into wealth, it comes into problems, man. We're going to touch on that. Read on. We should be satisfied with the goodness of thy house. Just being an Israelite, you ought to be satisfied, man.
Yeah.
Just knowing that you got the promises. Just knowing that all you got to do is keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and you get everlasting life. We ought to be satisfied on that. Read on.
Even of thy holy temple.
Read verse 5.
By terrible things in righteousness wilt thou answer us.
Read that again.
By terrible things
in what?
In righteousness wilt thou answer us.
So you ask, sometimes you ask a question you want, you like we say, be careful what you ask for. Sometimes you ask a question, you say you're gonna answer about terrible things. Right. But guess what them terrible things gonna be? In righteousness. I did a class called It Must Need Be. Sometimes when we get these terrible things happen to us in righteousness, it just must need be. You was about to fall off from being one of God's chosen. You was that close from taking yourself off the teeter-totter, not being an Israelite no more. You was that close from going and joining with the other nations, and I could have lost you. So what I do? Most I say, I brought terrible things, but they were in righteousness. Go to Sirach right quick. 39, Salahi. Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. King David let him know, hey, I know. I done seen the King David, I know you ain't lying. You're going to bring terrible things, but guess what? King David said, but I know they in righteousness, man. If you chastise me, Lord, I know I needed it. It was either things that happened or things to come. Because he said, asking, he said, the Father know what you need before you even ask for it. So before you even went and did that sin that you was going to do, that abomination that you was going to do, he said, shoot, I'm going to bring this terrible on you, man. You don't know why, but just know it can't. But what we need to do, be satisfied. Be satisfied. Read on.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, starting with verse 28.
He said, by terrible things and righteousness wilt thou answer us. Read that.
Listen up, Israel. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
There be spirits that are created only for vengeance, man. These are some of these terrible things.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
And which, when they do apply to you and when they do come to you, they lay on sore strokes. Read on.
In the time of destruction.
In the time of what?
Destruction.
Because aren't we a destroyer people? In the time of destruction, when these terrible things do come to us, getting shot down these streets, living in the slums, in the ghetto, always having to go to the white man for everything we want and need. That's destroying our people. That's destroying the cage state of mind we're in, which destroys us, man. He said, but in the time of these terrible things, destruction, read on.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force.
He said, when it's time to destroy, they destroy. They pour out their force, read on.
And appease the wrath of him that made them.
Read that again.
And appease the wrath of him that made them.
He said, guess what it do? It pleases the Most High God to bring these spirits of destruction sometime, man. Because it must need be. He have to sometime. Everybody not go get it with just a little talking. Everybody not go get it with just a little spank on the hand. Ain't nobody go get it with a little pinch. Sometimes you're going to have to destroy some things, man. Whether around them or them themselves, man. King David said, by terrible things and righteousness will thy answer us. You don't think these spirits are righteous that the Most High putting on us?
Yes,
this is righteous. Everything he do is righteous. Yeah, what? It was righteous when he told you. But it wasn't righteous when he chastised your butt. Huh? Come on, man. These are righteous things that the Most High do to us. George Floyd, Boham John, Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland. Tamir Rice, Eric Gardner, these things, they go on down the list. These were righteous, terrible things that the Most High put on our people. For y'all to wake up. When are you going to wake up, chosen people? Let's go back to Psalm, man. Read, finish verse 5 out. Psalm 65 and 5. That's all I want to know, man.
Okay.
So he said, be it by terrible things and righteousness was our answer.
By terrible, Salahi. Psalms 65, verse 5.
Read.
By terrible things and righteousness wilt thou answer us, O God of our salvation.
Of what?
Of our salvation.
O God of our salvation. Read on.
Who art thou, confidence of all the end of the earth, and of them that are afar off upon the sea.
Even of them that are far from the sea.
That's all right. That's all right.
Say, King David was tough with his prayers, man.
Wow.
Let him know, man. Confidence of all the ends of the earth. The Most High confident in his doing. We got to be confident in our God, though.
That's right.
He confident. That's right. He know when he come back, it's going to be hell to pay for these other nations.
That's right.
And some of our wicked people in our own nation. He confident in that thing. You think he got a shot of a doubt of this thing? Nope. He just waiting on that perfect time. Right. Let's go to Matthew chapter 7. We'll start at verse 7. Well, we got to be careful what we ask for, man. Because sometimes we'll get behind, we'll get beside ourselves. Like we said, we know Israel. Israel will get beside ourselves sometimes. It'll be going so good that you'll just bust out and say, well, I know I shouldn't, but Lord, bless me to hit this $100 million lottery right quick, Lord. Come on, man.
Let's see.
Well, you gave me 1,000. Well, go on and bless me with this million, Lord. I got the lottery ticket right here.
As everyone don't like gambling. I be asking for things I know I should be praying over. Yeah, using the name of Yahweh. All right, things are amiss.
For real, man. That's heavy. You know, we'll get it. We'll go on down that road, won't we?
Yeah, we sure will.
No, we should have stopped way back there at that last stop sign. We'll keep on going though. We got to be careful what we ask for. Matthew chapter 7, verse 7.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 7. Ask, and it shall be given you.
Ask, and it shall be given you. In righteousness, man. In righteousness, man. Christ said, ask, and it'll be given to you. Remember, he knows what things we need before we ask. So if our prayers line up with what we're asking for, with what we need, then the Most High know what you need. If he don't give it to you then, he'll give it to you now. If he don't give it to you now, he'll give it to you later. Or if he don't give it to you at all, you must not need it. You might have thought you needed it. But the Most High know everything you need. So we need to try to make our prayers and our asks when we ask for things to line up with righteousness, man, to line up with things that we need. Read on.
And ye shall find.
Read that again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Salakia. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find.
Read on.
Knock, and it shall be open unto you.
Say, seek, and you'll find it. If we really want this truth, we seeking for it, we'll find it. If you really want the knowledge of this thing, seek for it, and you'll find it. Knock, and the door will be open. But you gotta knock. You gotta knock. If you don't knock, how you gonna get in? Read on.
Verse 8. For everyone that asketh, receive it. And he that seeketh, find it. And to him that knocketh, it shall be open. So for everyone that's in righteousness, that's doing according to the will of the Father, he said, for everyone that asks, he gonna receive it. Everyone that seeks, he go find it. Everyone that knocks, that door gonna be open. Read on. Verse 9. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son asks bread, will he give him a stone?
So the Most High say, hey, come on now, you ask me something. You asked me for S550, but I give you a bite. Was I wrong?
You got that right.
You might need to drop a few pounds, Yari. I gave you a bite because you just might need to get out there and get in shape a little bit too. said, come on now, if you ask for bread, you go get bread. It might not be the bread that you was thinking of, but it ain't gonna be nothing that hinder you if you're in righteousness with the Most High God.
That's right.
He said, well, I give you a stone for bread? No, I'm gonna give you that bread. That bread might not be. If brothers come out there asking us all the time on the street, come, y'all got something to eat? Nah, brother, we got this bread, this living water. We got this word right here. That's what we got for you.
That's right.
Oh man, going on. Yeah, you don't want to eat then. Because I promise you, if you get real deep into these scriptures, man, you'll go hours and hours without, damn, have I ate something?
Right.
Damn, have I drunk something?
Right.
Man, because your mind will be fully on getting understanding. Seek it and you'll find it. Knock at that door and it's go open.
But they can't get a full off this word because it'll choke them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
They ain't ready for it.
Read on that.
Verse 10. Or if he asks a fish, will he give him a serpent?
Now, a righteous man, the Most High not gonna do that to you. Like we said, we might think that, oh, I didn't get that job offer that I wanted. Well, guess what? The Most High didn't want you to go there for a certain reason. But guess what he didn't do? He didn't get you fired off your last job. You still got that job. You might need some work to be doing there. It might be an Israelite or somebody who want to ask questions there that you need to touch before I give you this next offer. He says, well, if you ask for fish, I'm not going to give you a serpent. I ain't going to give you something that hinder you. Hell, the Most High going to give us everything we need to help us if we are in righteousness, man. If we be careful what we ask for in righteousness, he will. Read on.
Verse 11. If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father, which is in heaven, give good things to them that ask him?
He said, if ye then, being evil,
knowing that all of us is some evil, wicked people,
know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall the Father, which ain't in no evil, which is in all righteousness, which is in heaven, give you things that you ask of him? No, that we some evil Negroes, man. Who was that? I think that's Nathan. Yeah. Know that we some wicked Negroes, man, evil Negroes, and we sure still like we. Ain't our family? Don't our family be blessed? Don't our children have food on their plate to eat? Don't they have a place to stay? That's it, man. We'll stop that right there. Let's go to I want 12. Yeah, I want 12, man. I want 12.
Verse 12. Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets.
So what's those things that you do to men? I mean, that men do for you, you should do for men. This is going into the law. We should be able to help our brothers when they need, because sooner or later we might be in that need situation. They want to help us. See, because this is a law. Gotta be careful what we ask for, man. Let's jump to 1 Peter 3 and 17. It's like a 1 Peter 3 and 7.
This is the book of Peter, 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel.
He said, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. Them is the wife. Giving honor unto the wife. Not bashing her. Understanding that she is the weaker vessel. Read on.
And as being heirs together.
Start that over from the top.
Okay. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
According to knowledge. Knowledge is to keep the laws. Read on.
Giving honor unto the wife. As unto the weaker vessel.
As unto the what?
Weaker vessel. And as being heirs together.
Now you want up over.
Heirs together.
Being heirs together.
Of the grace of life.
That what?
That your prayers be not hindered.
Because look, how can you be out of order within your marriage, within yourself? Now, when you marry, you become one.
That's right.
And like you said, you become joint heirs. So you need to be on the same page, righteousness in the law, so that when you pray, because guess what? When I pray for my wife. When she prays, she's praying for me. Or better yet, we praying together as a family, as one. But how are we praying on different terms? Your prayers hindered then. If she want a house and a boat, but I want the uplifting of the kingdom for our people, we on different ground. So we always, that's why I say, husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. Dwell with your wives, man. Talk to them, and we need to have the same page. We need to be on the same page, have the same thoughts. Giving honor to the wife as the weaker vessel. Because we know the woman is the weaker vessel in this thing, man. But so that our prayers won't be hindered, we need to be on one accord. She can't be praying for one thing and I'm praying for another, man.
That's right.
And we're supposed to be joint heirs. We're supposed to be one, right?
Right.
Well, that don't sound like one. That prayer don't sound like one. Sound like you want a car. It sound like she want the kingdom. Sound like you want a new van and she want the uplifting of the nation of people. And that's not going to work. Your prayers are hindered then. That's why we got to be careful what we ask for. We need to ask for things in righteousness. That's why we sit down and we have conversations with our wives, and we talk to our wives, see where she at, see where I'm at, know where we at together, so that your prayers won't be hindered, man. We ask the things together, knowing what I need, knowing what she needs, asking for things together, so that our prayers won't be hindered. We shooting up the same prayer.
That's right.
Might not be the same exact word, but we shooting up the same thing with us. We on the same page. We're on one accord. Let's go to 1 Peter 5:8. But let's see why we need to be on one accord.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober.
Be what?
Be sober.
Uh-huh.
Be vigilant.
Be watching. Be sober. And if you ain't sober, then you ain't watching. If you too low and too drunk, you want to do all this K2 and weed and everything like brothers want to think it's right to do weed. We ain't never seen a prophet in the Bible smoking them damn weed. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Be sober.
What John say to Peter? Hey, man, you hold it too long. Fast that thing. It's hitting fast.
John ain't tell Peter, Simon Peter, put past that thing,
That's
man.
Right.
Stop it, man.
That's right.
You ain't never seen that in none of the scriptures, man. Be sober. Be vigilant. Be on watch. If you're not sober, then you're not able to watch and have your full attention of who? Read on.
Because your adversary, the devil.
If you ain't sober, you ain't watching out for the adversary, the devil. You need to be on P's and Q's. Eyes up. Left, right, forward, back. Because the devil is looking to destroy you in any way, form, fashion he can, man. That's why we need to be on one accord so that our prayers won't be hindered. Because the devil will get into our prayers, man. Now you throwing up prayers that you want brothers to drop dead in the camp, in the truth. Yeah, them brothers was with me, but now they gone. They can drop dead. What? That ain't nothing but that old adversary, the devil, done got to you, man. Because you want on one accord with these in the camp, within your family, you know what I'm saying, within the nation. Read that from the top again.
Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about,
doing what?
Seeking whom he may devour.
Looking for somebody to get. Oh, he keep on praying for a BMW. I'm gonna give him a BMW, but this thing gonna have a timing belt that's gonna blow up on him. Car gonna blow up on him when he get on the highway leaving this thing. Ain't had oil in it in 3 months. You want that BMW, huh? You want that Beamer? Beamer will blow up on you. Go to Malachi 2:2 right quick. And that's how the Most High do you. Like you said, the Most High know what you need. But the Most High, he'll curse your blessing, man.
That's what the Bible says, man.
He will curse your blessing. Oh, I prayed to the Father, he gave me that BMW. Until 2 weeks go by and that BMW on fire on 635.
That's right.
or that BMW is the front seat is in the trunk.
Right.
He'll bless you. He'll curse your blessing, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's because you asking for devilish things. You asking for things not in the spirit, man. Be careful what you're asking for. Read this out.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 2.
Read.
If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart, to give glory unto my name, saith the Lord of hosts, saith the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessing.
What? You be like, now, hold on, man. You mean to tell me that my blessing can be cursed? That's what the Bible says.
It's because you accepted that thing that Satan gave you.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and guess what? It might not come now. You might drive that BMW for 20 years. It might give you good years and good gas mileage. But sooner or later, man, it's going to become a curse to you. Because guess what? You might love that BMW more than your wife. Now your wife might leave you. You still got that BMW.
Same spirit with me.
You still got that BMW, but you ain't got your wife no more. You ain't got your family no more. The kids gone, everybody gone, but you still got that Beamer.
You got that BMW might just break down on you while you got that other woman in the car.
That's right. That's right. You just don't know,
yeah,
man.
You never know.
That blessing that you thought was a blessing turned out to be a curse.
Yep.
Because you ask for things that you know you don't need. You're asking for wants. You done let the devil come and infiltrate your mind. Man, you're asking for stupidity things, man. Things that are void to us. What a Beamer got to do with us making it to the kingdom?
Nothing.
We gonna get chariots anyway. My chariot gonna have.
That's right.
My chariot might have BMW on the front of it. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about that. But these are things that we need to start looking at, man.
BMH on it. Blessed by the Most High.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Proverbs 4:23. Jeremiah brought this scripture out the other day.
Proverbs 4:23.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life.
That's why we gotta watch out for the devil. Stay strong in the spirit. Be righteous, because it said keep your heart with all diligence. But out of it are the issues of life. If your mind not right, your mind is already wearisome. Your mind already got evil thoughts in it. So if you ain't got your mind right and on godly things, on spiritual things, then out of your mind come the issues of life.
Yeah.
Now you ain't worried about the nation. You ain't worried about your spirit winning. Now you done got the issues of life on. You worried about, man, I just can't get over this hump, man. I've been in the ghetto for 20 years, man. But guess what? You've been making it in the ghetto for 20 years. What's the problem? Man, I just can't get this new job, man. I've been at this job for 30 years, man. Hey, you've been making it at that job for 30 years. So what's the problem? But out of that mind, that carnal mind and not spiritual mind, now you got all the issues of life on you. Now when you go in to pray, you ain't praying about spiritual things now. You worried about things that's on your mind, the issues of your life. Oh man, I need a husband. I'm tired of being by myself. Oh, I need a wife. I'm tired of being by myself. So you find out that husband put his hands on women. And you find out that wife ain't clean as she look.
What was the prophet name? Juanita Bynum when he stole that woman's husband.
And then find out that hey, you stole a butt whooping. You stole her husband, huh? Yeah, you don't know. You just stole her ass whooping.
Yeah, that's all you stole.
Yeah. But out of the mind of the issues of life, man, you start worrying about these things. All want children. When you find out that child born, he was a monster. And the Bible says that's a monster. That's a little monster growing up.
What the Bible say?
These are things that I deal with too, man. These are things that I be having to check my spirit on. No children. You know, I pray to the Most High that he able to bless me and my wife with a family and have children. But sometimes we gotta be in righteousness with that thing. I understand the Most High ain't gave me no child yet. That might be a monstrous child, man. He like, I don't want to do it to you, y'all. I'm telling you. So I gotta accept that thing. Guess what? Life is good, man. Life is good. I found the truth. Got blessed to have a good wife, man, on my side, man. Life is good. I'm content with life. If we bring it, that's good. If we don't, I'm still content. That's how we gotta look at it. Cause be careful what you ask for. You might get that Chucky seed in you, you know what I'm saying? Right. And man, you know, I think about all that. So you asking for that husband, like you say, you might put some hands on you. Asking for that wife, she might be not as clean as you thought she was. And
that baby just might be a Abraham and Sarah like.
Yeah. For real. might get your Dwayne Wade son.
Oh wait, hold on now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You just don't know.
You just don't know. You ain't doing the wrong thing. Lord. Yes,
you didn't give me this, did you?
Yeah.
Because he'll curse your blessings sometimes.
You got to let him do it.
Oh, you thought it was a blessing, but guess what? It turned out to be a curse, man. And we ain't on Dwayne Wade over here. Nah, you can't stay at my house. With that infamous spirit. Nah, you got to go. I guess you gonna let one of them heathens adopt you or something. So we ain't playing them games.
That's right.
But out of it are the issues of life. Out of your mind come the issues of life. That's why we got to try to stray on the straight and narrow, man. Keep righteousness in ourselves, man. Go to Psalms 102 and 17. Psalms 102 and 17.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 102, and verse 17.
Bring it out.
He will regard the prayers of the destitute.
So read that again.
He will regard the prayers of the destitute.
And what?
And not despise their prayer.
So I say he will regard the prayer of the poor. Oh, they not doing too well in this world. You thinking that you got a pastor he owns, got a Bentley, Beamer, and Benz with the 4-car garage house, and he just gonna get him a jet. Oh, you think that prosperity is what got you into the Lord hearing your prayer? No. The Most High God said he will regard the prayer of the destitute or the poor. He gonna listen to that thing too. He gonna regard the prayer of the poor and not despise the prayer. And he said he ain't gonna look no different on it. A lot of people they pray for what? Wealth. Lord, I want to be rich.
Prosperity.
Lord, I want to be rich. I want to be able to provide for my family and everybody else. I'm gonna tell you, it'll be better to be poor in this thing.
That's right.
I'm not lying to you. It'll be better to be poor in this thing, man. Let me get Luke 6 and 20. The book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 20.
Luke, chapter 6, verse 20. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 20. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, Bless ye the poor, for yours is the kingdom of God.
He said, bless ye the what?
The poor, for yours is the kingdom of God.
He said, blessed be the poor, for the poor is the kingdom of God, man. All these people that want to walk around here, they thinking they doing something, they rich, this prosperity thing. You think, oh, well, the Lord, they must not be dealing with you because you ain't got nothing. Now, the Most High God ain't dealing with you because you got everything. That's right. And we know that he chastises who he loves. Read on now.
Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh.
So I say he's talking to the poor. He said, blessed are you that weep right now. We weeping right now, ain't we? We in the poorest state. I mean, we got our life. You know, we got things, but we struggling.
You almost made me speak Spanish.
But he said, blessed be that poor, man. Blessed be the poor, man. Blessed be them, right? Cool, read on.
Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye,
man,
when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company.
Now read and listen. Check this out.
Boy, that's cold.
Man, check this out. He said, blessed, man, or damn. Read that one more time.
22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company.
He said, blessed are you when men start hating you and separate you from your company. But you got these pastors, oh, they loving pastors. They don't want to get away from pastors. They love some pastors. They want some pork chop, pastor pork chop in their life. But the Bible saying, blessed are you when men shall hate you. You know why the men would hate the pastor in that church house? Because he'll be telling them the truth. Because he'll be rebuking their butts in the gate.
That's right.
Because that faggot that's over there trying to swing left and right in the choir, he'll be like, you sit your butt down. Right. That woman in the front row that want to wear that hat and be seen a men all day with her legs open, woman get to the back. Right. That deacon that's over there playing with the collection plate and the money, sit your butt down, deacon. Not today, not no more. They would hate that pastor if he gave them the truth. But they love this one, pastor. But it said, blessed are ye when men shall hate you and when they shall separate you from their company. And that's how it go for us now. People don't want to deal with us. We Israelites, right?
Right.
Them niggas in the cup. Right. Them niggas over there in the cup. Right. You just said it.
Yeah.
I don't deal with them dudes. No, it's okay. It just ain't the same. Friendships just ain't the same as they used to be, man. Partners just ain't the same as they used to be. Family just ain't the same as it used to be. It's gonna be like that though. Because the Most High said he come to set division in this thing. You either gonna be on my side or you playing for the other team. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like that. He said, blessed are ye when the men shall hate you and when they shall separate from your company and shall reproach you, man. Look at you like you the one doing wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Want to tell you what you doing wrong. And you ain't keeping that commandment. But I'm doing wrong. I'm in a cult. But you ain't keeping now lost at the commandment. You out here hoeing. You out here shopping on the Sabbath, everything against God. But I'm the one tripping. I'm a reproach. Right. Oh, you reading that Bible the way you want to. You telling lies. What? That's what they do. This
and
Bible,
you're reading it word for word.
And word for word. Man, this Bible speak heavy, man. And cast out your names as evil for the Son of Man's sake, man. Read verse 23. I cast out your name for evil. Read verse 23.
Rejoice ye in that day.
But the Most High said, you poor, you ones that's getting treated like this, when them people don't want to deal with you, they hate you. He said, rejoice. You poor people, rejoice. Read on.
And leap for joy.
He said, leap for joy. Read on.
For behold, your reward is great in heaven.
For your reward is great in heaven. We're not worried about these worldly things right now no more. We worried about that kingdom, man. Everlasting life. Streets of gold, like I just did that class. Description of the kingdom. Man, how they say that wall was, everything was filled with gold. Gold cities, gold streets.
Gold wall.
All gold, everything, man. We worry about that right now. We don't. The reward is great in heaven.
For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets.
So this same thing happened, man. Same thing happened back when we say nothing new under the sun. They did our forefathers the same way. We going into the same situation. But the Most High said he always keep that remnant, right? We that remnant, man.
Right.
But remnant that people gonna hate. But guess what? Let your light shine. Keep asking for righteous things and be careful what you ask for. Don't get beside yourself. Slow down. Slow down. It's okay. You'd rather get it right than try to speed through it and mess up. Read on. Verse 24.
But
so 20 through 23 was saying rejoice for the poor. That's why I said you'd rather be poor in this thing. You'd rather be hated by men than to be liked by the world. Because read verse 24.
Verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich.
But destruction for you that are rich. Read on.
For ye have received your consolation.
But destruction of you that are rich. Destruction for you that are loved by everybody. Destruction for you pastors. For you so-called evangelists. Destruction for y'all that's rich, man. What you got?
I got 1 Timothy 6 and 9.
Bring it out.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
And read that again. Read that again. That's why you'd rather be poor than rich, because of what?
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
Hurtful lusts. See, now you rich. Guess what your prayer is about? Lord, keep me rich. Or Lord, make me richer. Now you lusting after money. You lusting after things that you want instead of things that you need. Read on.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
Which drown men. See, that money don't do nothing but drown you, because now you done got so used to that money, you ain't worried about your nation no more. Like we said, Ecclesiastes 7:7. Should the oppression work a mind, wise man, the gift destroy your heart. That's right. That gift that destroys you, that money that destroys you now.
That's right.
Read
that, read verse 25.
Verse 25?
Luke.
Oh.
Luke 6:25.
All right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger.
Say, woe to you that are full. Say, hold on. For you shall hunger. I'm full, but I'm hungry. Yeah, because you full of lies. You full of the philosophies of the world.
That's right.
You full of America. So you gonna hunger for this truth sooner or later. Sooner or later, and that's what our brothers and sisters doing. Sooner or later, our brothers and sisters are like, hold on, man. Come on, man. We getting the same watered down what the thing called, Pastor Duke? Sermon. We getting the same watered down sermon each Sunday. We going to the same book each Sunday. What about Obadiah? What about Isaiah? What about Habakkuk? What about Philippians? What about Psalms? Why are we always in these same we tired of it. And our people waking up because they're saying, dang,
15 scriptures a year.
I thought I was full, but I'm still hungering for this truth. I don't know nothing. I thought I was full till they meet them Israelites, and they find out that guess what, boy, you flaky. You frail. You need to eat something. You eat something, boy. You a little light in the ass. You a little light, boy. You need to eat something. You thought you were full, huh? You light. Read that again.
Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger.
For you shall hunger, man. We read on.
Woe unto you that laugh now.
Woe to you that do what?
Laugh now.
Woe to you that laugh now. All the Negroes out there in the Power Ranger uniform. All the Negroes out there looking like Mortal Kombat characters. All them Negroes out there, they thinking they this and they that. Joking. You mad? You laughing? Woe to them that laugh now. It's a joke now, huh? It's funny now, huh? Read on.
For ye shall mourn and weep.
Well, you gonna have your time to mourn and weep. Go to Matthew, man, 19 and 16. Matthew 19 and 16. I want to show y'all. Because you would rather be poor than be rich in this thing. Because when you start getting into these riches, now you want to live like that. That's how you want to live. You don't want to go back to being poor. You don't want to go back to where you came from. Therefore, things won't matter to you like they used to. The nation won't matter to you like they used to if they ever did matter to you. Because now you so caught up in I. Now you vanity. I don't want to go back into that way. I want to stay rich. I want to keep this money. I want a Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. Show you this little parable of the Most High talked to this rich man now.
This book of Matthew, chapter 19, and verse 9?
16.
16. Salahi. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good things shall I do, that I may have eternal life?
This is a rich young man. He come to Christ and ask him, hey man, I want to be yours. I want eternal life. What should I do? Read on.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good?
Christ said, hold on now, wait a minute now. I'm gonna get back in my place, so I'm gonna let you know. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, big fella, for the compliment, but I ain't even the good one. Right. My father the good one. But I'm gonna let you know what my father said. Read on. Christ always stayed humble and in this position, man. Read on.
There is none good but one. That is God.
That is the Most High. Read on.
But if thou wilt enter into life,
what should we do?
Keep the commandments.
Do what?
Keep the commandments.
And if you shall enter into eternal life, all you got to do is keep the commandments. Read on. Let's see what the young rich man said.
He said unto him, which Jesus said, Thou should do no murder, thou should not commit adultery, thou should not steal, thou should not bear false witness.
So Christ just ran down a couple things, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you shouldn't do this. Let's see what he said.
Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
We know that neighbor is on your own kind.
That's right.
That's going through the situation that you're going through it with. We get that Leviticus 19 and 17. We won't go there now. But let's see what the young man said.
The young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up.
The young man said, I done kept all these, so I'm good, right? Read on. He said, from yea high to now, I kept all these. Read on.
What like I yet? Yahweh said unto him,
he said, what I lack? Read on.
If thou wilt be perfect.
If thou will be what?
Perfect.
Be what?
Perfect.
I thought we couldn't be perfect, but he showed telling this young rich man that if you want to be perfect, what?
Christianity said we can't be perfect.
Go and sell that thou hast.
Go and what?
And sell that thou hast. And give it to the poor.
And give it to who?
The poor. And thou shalt have treasures in heaven. And come and follow me.
So he told the young rich man, he said, yeah, you right. You doing all these things, you done did it all before. I see that. He said, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to give up that money and start giving back to the nation of people. That's what we're doing right now. See, people think we out there trying to bash them. No, we trying to wake you up to get right for the nation. We need more soldiers. 15, 16, 17 brothers on the street ain't going to cut it. We need 10,000 or 20,000, 100,000 millions of brothers. So we trying to get brothers ready. Christ said, I'm trying to get you ready. You need to go give that money to the poor and have everybody on the same page. Go share some of your wealth, man. Yeah, you keeping the commandments. Yeah, you love your mother and your father. You love your own neighbor as yourself. He said, but you need to do one thing, and that's give up them riches, man. And he said, I'll give you treasure in heaven. That scripture, Nehemiah brought it. He said, in my father's house there are many mansions. He said, man, I give you treasures in heaven. If you can just give this money away and give these belongings away and help some other man, help your nation of people. Let's see what he said though.
Verse 22. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful.
He went away what?
Sorrowful.
He went away what?
Sorrowful.
Ecclesiastes 7:7, a gift will destroy that heart. That money destroyed his heart to the fact that the Most High told him, Christ told him that he'll give him treasures in heaven. All he had to do was give up that money. He was what?
Sorrowful.
He was sorrowful. He didn't want to give up that money, man. He walked away sad. Read on.
Boy, he had big bank.
I'm going to say, read that again. read the correct.
Boy, he had great possessions.
Boy, he had great possessions. And look, and this is the thing I get out this whole analogy right here. The young man just walked away, right? It's like it wasn't no more talking, right? It's like, damn, he just said, forget it. Like, that was a choice he had to go make. Like, he had to go home and say, well, you know what, Christ, I'll get back to you later. Because this was the end of the conversation. Like, are you going to give it up or not? But he say, the young man heard the saying, he went away sorrowful. Because guess what? That rich man and that rich woman don't want to give up the possessions, man.
Right. They don't.
Be careful if you ask for being rich, man. Read verse 24.
Verse 24. Oh, 23 or 24?
24.
Okay, 24. And again.
Oh, my bad, 23. Yeah. I got. Like.
Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Now, he didn't say he won't.
Yeah.
He didn't say it's a 0% chance. But he said it's very hard for a man to have that stature, be of that stature, be of that magnitude, and then be able to give it all away for the nation, or give it all away for his Lord. Like these pastors. Which one of these pastors willing to give up everything they got and come back to the Lord for the truth? Give up that congregation. Give up that monthly bonus that they're getting every month. Give up that money, that jet and that car and that note that they're getting every month. Which one of these pastors willing to do that, man? They not.
They feel like they're living in their kingdom now with Esau.
That's right. They not.
Right.
So he didn't say that a rich man won't, but he say it's hard. Very hard. Because they done got so caught up into their pride and their possessions. They don't want to let that go for nothing. The truth, Christ, the Most High, the nation, none of that.
Gone.
None of that. Go to James 5:24.
Well,
you can read some more.
And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
And like you said, it's not impossible, but it's darn near impossible. He said it's for the camel to go through the eye of a needle. And you know, my ox was explaining to me that eye of a needle is like how camels used to have to drop down on the front legs and have to get into the city. So that's what the eye of a needle was like. James 5:16. So it's really, you know, that camel got them humps on his back, probably got the luggage on himself. So it's hard for that camel to drop and get into that thing. It's damn near impossible. That's what the Christ saying. It's damn near impossible, man, for a rich man to get to the kingdom.
Yeah, because back then, if that camel couldn't get up under that gate, your camel and stuff couldn't enter in. Couldn't enter in. Die of a needle.
That's right. James 5:16.
The book of James, chapter 5, verse 16. And it reads, confess your faults one to another and pray one for another that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. And
this is why we should pray for each other. This is why we should confess our faults one to another. Find that counselor of 1,000 and be able to confess, because sometimes you need to get that built up off your mind out. Because if you don't get it out, it's going to stay within. So you need to get out. How many times have you seen somebody and they got into it with somebody and they got into it about the video game? They get into an argument and the argument go from a video game to money. Then the money go to 10 years ago, what you did 10 years ago. Then the argument goes to, well, back in high school, you did this. Because they didn't let that out. That's why it's so crucial for us to confess our faults, find that counselor, and pray for each other. And throw prayers up for each other, man. That's because you best believe that this brother's out here praying for your fall. You best believe his sister's out here praying for you to fall. That's why we need to throw them prayers up together, man. We need to pray for each other, man. When you just sitting at home, you know a brother ain't doing so good in the truth, even they are. Pray for the nation. Pray for the BattleAxes. Pray for One Body. Pray for IUIC. Pray for these brothers, man. They ain't the truth, man. We don't care about the color shirts and the this and the that. We care about that soul trying to get back to the Most High. We are greater in numbers, man, that are keeping the commandments as a whole, man. Ain't nobody over here camp banging, man. What are we in the truth for? We could have stayed in the streets and been Negroes, blood and crippling this thing. Pray for the nation, man. The whole nation. Oh, they not BattleAxes. I'm not praying for them. Yeah, right, man. Oh, they Children of the Light. They ain't IUIC. They ain't praying. Come on, man. That's retarded. Think of how dumb you brothers sound, man. For all the knowledge that you say you have, and then for you to say some dumb stuff like that. That is ridiculous, man. Won't you just go back into the world? Go back and represent 10th Street or 8th Street or Grape Street or whatever the case that was. Now, that's the same thing you sound like, man. And you best believe, man, like I say, it's brothers that are actually praying for your downfall. Oh, them Negroes left my camp. To hell with that camp they're over there doing. Damn, brother, is it that bad? Is it that bad, sister? That's crazy, man. That's why we need to confess our faults, get that counseling, and pray for each other. That effectual fervent prayer, man, of a righteous man. Key word was a righteous man. Because you got some unrighteous people out there trying to pray. But we already know in Sirach that he said this spirit that's built for this unrighteous too. That's right. That's why you want to make sure that you're keeping yourself righteous. Because that unrighteous man might pray for you and you might not be righteous yourself. Therefore, that spirit that the Most High got for that vengeance, that what David say? Man, what he said? He said terrible. He said the terrible righteous acts. The terrible righteous acts might be for you. That's right. That's why we gotta be careful.
The thing about it is that terrible act is to build you up and make you a better person.
That's right.
That's what it's for.
That's right. Go to Jeremiah chapter 29. But we got to stop there, brothers, man. Yeah. We walked. It was about 2-3 weeks ago. We walked to downtown City Hall. They were protesting, and we went in there and tried to speak the truth out there and get a word out there. And we was walking by. I think it was GMS or somebody. And these Negroes was cutting us up, man. I'm talking about they were talking bad about us. You would think that we was like 30 deep. We walking down there. You would think that the brother would have been like, Shalom, hey, what's up, bro? ISUPK. Salahi, I'm sorry. I don't want to bear false witness. Whoever it was, man, they was on the corner and they was straight going in on us. And like, look at these Negroes, these dummies. I heard all these different colors. We supposed to be one body, and that one body supposed to be ISUPK. Find a scripture that say that. I'm talking about brother was really had us heated, man. He really had me heated. He had a lot of us heated, man. And they add, like you said, don't add or take away from this truth, man. Because the Bible don't say that, man. The Bible say he gave many different attributes for our people, man. That's right. That camp over there, well, we on the same page. Right. And if we was all in one camp together, we would be easily infiltrated, man. You can easily be touched. But you got to camp in West Dallas, North Dallas, South Dallas, East Dallas, Southeast Dallas, Southwest Dallas. We all over this thing. We taking up. We got to take over city by city. That's right. That's how our forefathers did. When we went into battle, we took over city by city. That's right. We didn't go we all won. No, we went and hit things, man. As a nation together. Right. But that really flexed us, man. Them brothers did that, man. We got to get up out of that, man. Brothers are actually praying for your downfall, man. And that is crazy, man.
You know, that's kind of where Peter and them did the blind man. You know what I'm saying? They wanted Christ all to themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the only difference is these guys are saying that they want the fleshly man all to themselves. Yeah. Because General Yohanan just can't. He's not the way, the truth, and the life. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just real talk, you know.
That's what he said. Yeah. These Negroes got the truth because of General Yohanan. That's the only reason they know the truth. First of all, General Yohanan wouldn't have been nothing without the Most High God giving him that spirit. That's so right. We ain't worried about no General Yohanan. All praise to General Yohanan that he out there doing that thing, but we must not forget that General Yohanan ain't nothing but a name. That's right. The Most High God is behind this. That's right. The Most High God gave the increase, man. That's not right. The battle axes, not one body, not IUSPK, not GMS. The Most High gave the increase, man. Wow.
Even the angel told John, get up from there. Don't be worshiping, praising me.
Come on, man.
Huh? I'm not the one. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if the angels know better, we should know better.
Jeremiah 29:11.
Jeremiah 29.
Be careful what you wish for.
That's right, It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse number 11.
Read.
For I know the thoughts that I think towards you.
The Most High said, I know the thoughts that I think towards you. You might not know them. You might not understand why you asked for a Bentley and I gave you a bike. You might not understand. He said, but I know the thoughts that I got for you. He said he knew us from the womb, right? This thing was already predestined, man. Mm-hmm. We just pawns in this thing for the Most High. He said, when I move, you move, just like that. When I tell you to move, you move. So he said, I know the thoughts that think towards you. I know the thoughts that I think towards you. He said, I got this in control. Read on.
Said the Lord.
Said who?
Said the Lord.
I said Jeremy Hunt.
Said the Lord.
I said one body.
Said the Lord Yahweh.
Nah, ISUBK.
No, said the Lord
Said
Yahweh.
the Lord, stop playing, man. Read on.
Thoughts of peace and not of evil.
Thoughts of peace and not of evil, man. But like I said, you got brothers out here praying for your downfall. But most I said, I got thoughts of peace, man. I know what I do. Read on.
And not of evil. To give you an expected end.
To give you a what?
Expected end.
An expected end. The Most High want all to make it, but guess what? He know that we all ain't. But this is going to be your expected end, those who endure to the end. It's going to be expected. We looking for that one penny. If we keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, it's going to be expected for us to get that kingdom, man.
That's right,
He said, I know what I got for you. You don't know right now, but I know. Read on.
Verse 12. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you.
Righteous prayer. He said, you pray unto me, I will hearken unto you. Read on.
And ye shall seek me, and find me.
And do what?
And find me. When ye shall search for me with all your heart.
When you shall search for me with all your heart. When you pray to me with your with the realness, with your heart, with your utmost, when you get on them knees in that closet and you pray to him and you cry out your heart to him for the truth, for righteousness, that's when he said, I'm gonna hear you, man. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 8. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 6. Yeah. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 6.
Somebody took mine out of my book.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, ain't that? Somebody took his Ecclesiastes, man. I better get that back.
Find it in a minute.
After Proverbs.
Yeah, right after Proverbs.
Yeah, I found it.
You found it. You got it back.
I just had it folded up wrong. All right, Ecclesiastes chapter 6. 8.
Verse 6.
Verse 6. And it reads, because to every purpose there is a time and a judgment.
Because to every purpose there is time and judgment. For every prayer that you send up, for everything that you do, for every righteous act or unrighteous act you do, for every purpose there is a time and judgment. Read on.
Therefore, the misery of man is great upon him.
This is talking about that old conscience, man. The misery of man is great on him. Because he knows how much good he did. He knows how much evil he did. But we know that it's a time and judgment for everything. Everything gonna come to the light. Therefore, that conscience is like, man. And that's as Israelites, we know. We're like, man, I done did so much dirt, man. I know it's coming soon. Even when I was in the world, I knew sooner or later when too much stuff was good, I was looking for a rainy day because something was gonna go there drastic. Because it's gonna be a time and purpose for everything that we done did, man. Drop down to verse 11.
Verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
And see, this one reason that'll get brothers and sisters to going into asking for things that they don't need, asking for things they know they don't, they know they shouldn't have. They'll see, like we always say, we'll see that drug dealer have been selling drugs for 30 years, and he got all the money, he got all the women, he got all the cars. And sooner or later, we'll say, well, damn, this Negro been on for 30 years. Maybe I should start selling me some drugs. Now you asking the Father to find you a plug. Lord, find me a plug. Please, Lord, let me meet a great plug. What? Be careful what you ask for, because whether you know it or not, that drug dealer gonna get him what he deserves. That rich man gonna get what he deserves. That pastor gonna get what he deserves sooner or later. Like we said, it might not be here now. Like we said about that BMW, that BMW might keep you for 20 years running. But in the midst of it, you've been lost your family, your job, your whole children and everything.
You ain't got nothing but to BMW.
But because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, oh, you think I can get away with this? I can ask for this. I can do this. You better be careful for it. You better be careful for it. Read on.
Therefore, the heart of the son of men is fully set in them to do evil.
To do what?
To do evil.
That's why now your heart's set to do evil. Now you can ask for some evil stuff, man. Well, shoot, they over there doing it. Ain't nothing happening to them. They've been lying and doing all this for 20-something years. Yeah, maybe I should throw me a couple lies tonight. Read on.
Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his day be prolonged.
Though that drug dealer out there sinning all along, 100 times his day is still prolonged. Ain't nothing happened to him yet. Read on.
Yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him.
He said, but I know the days of that righteous man. His days will be well right with him, not that man. Read on.
But it shall not be well with the wicked.
But what?
It shall not be well with the wicked.
He said, but it won't be well for that wicked man. You think that it's good right now, peachy cream. But I'm telling you, like, he got it what he go get. Read on.
Neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow.
Which are as what?
A shadow.
Because guess what? You just don't know, boy. This number, that number just waiting to pull that ticket. Read on.
Because he feared not before God.
Because he feared not, man, before God, man. Read verse 14.
There is a vanity which is done upon the earth.
Read that again.
There is a vanity which is done upon the earth.
There is pride upon this earth. Read on.
That there be just men.
That there be good men. Read on.
Unto whom it happeneth according to the work of the wicked. Again,
good men, what things happen to them according to the wicked man. Read that again. Start over. 14.
There is a vanity which is done upon the earth.
Read on.
That there be just men.
Just men.
Unto whom it happeneth according to the work of the wicked. Again,
just men that'll get that pride and that vanity on them because of the work of the unjust man, or the wicked man. Like we said, it'll be things happening to you because of the wicked man that wanted to happen to you. But it happened to you because you ain't in righteousness right now yourself. That's why we got to make sure we hold ourselves accountable for everything we do. Read on out.
Again. Oh,
yeah, that's it.
Again. There be wicked men to whom it happeneth according to the works of the righteous.
And vice versa. It'll be stuff happen to that wicked man according to what that just man, righteous man, availeth and did, man. You didn't do it. The Most High God did it, but because you was on that right side, the Most High God said, well, I got to get the weed and the tares. This one he just became the weed. So guess what? This one is a tare. I know he is. So because of our actions, because of some of our good doings, bad things that happen to bad people, but some because of the bad doings of us doing good, it'll happen to us too. It's vice versa, man. Hope y'all understand that. Yeah. Read that in. I said that the last part. I said that this
to whom it happeneth according to the works of the righteous. I said that this also is vanity.
He said, I said that this is also vanity, man. Let's go to, I want to get that precept. Go to Sirach 9 and 11. But it's saying the same thing in Sirach, man. Because ain't nothing happened to that wicked man yet. You thinking that it's okay. Nah, it ain't all right. You stay your course. Because now you'll start going to vanity, to pride. Pride is beginning of destruction, man. Read that.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner.
Don't envy what that sinner got. Don't look at that sinner and see for what he is, what he's doing, and want that thing. Read on.
For thou knowest not what shall be his end.
Because you don't know what the end gonna be out of that income, man. You think it's all good now, but you don't know what the end gonna be. Read on.
Delight not in the things that the ungodly have pleasure in.
Don't, and that's why the Most High said, love not the world. Don't be in love with everything that the ungodly got to have in love with. Read on.
But remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
Read that again.
But remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
They shall not go unpunished to their grave. So we envying that sinner. Now we looking at that man that ain't never been caught for the things he been doing. And now we want to get into that thing. We got to look because we don't know what that outcome gonna be. And then you get into it and you get locked up 2 weeks into doing the thing.
That's right.
You just start setting down, you get locked up and you got to do 35 years. He's still out there doing his thing. You just don't know what that's gonna be.
Then you turn around. You ready to get a few years cut off? You tell me who's out there getting it.
Yeah.
Then you turn it to a snitch and then come
All that.
They get out and then kill you. Then they kill you.
So you just don't know the outcome.
Yep.
Go to Habakkuk, man. Habakkuk chapter 1.
I think I still saw it.
Yeah, this is gonna be the one that you gotta get to. Nahum. Was it Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah. Habakkuk 1 through 5. Habakkuk asked a lot of questions to the Lord too in this chapter. Habakkuk was asking a lot of questions. The Lord revealed a lot of things to him. Read on. Read it.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 5.
Verse 1.
Oh, verse 1 through 5. All right. The burdens which Habakkuk the prophet did see. O Lord, how long shall I cry? And thou wilt not hear. Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save.
Habakkuk said, man, how long are people gonna keep getting killed in these streets? How long is it gonna be on the bottom for us? He said, man, how long? Even by violence, they even out here killing us, Lord. How long? Read on.
Verse 3. Why doest thou shew me iniquities and cause me to behold grievance?
He said, why do you show me all this sin that we're doing, and then I'm out here grieving for my people? Read on.
For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up. Salahi. Spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention.
Read on now.
Therefore, the law is slack.
Habakkuk said, man, is the law slack, man? Come on, all this stuff going on now. What's going on, Lord? Read on.
And judgment doeth never go forth.
It's the same thing we just read in Sirach 9:11, Ecclesiastes 8:11. Because judgment is not executed speedily on this nation of people. Because the Most High ain't took out Esau yet for putting that knee to our neck, for putting that them shots to us, to our little children. Don't think they're going unpunished. But read on, verse 5.
For the wicked doeth compass about the righteous. Therefore, wrong judgment proceeded.
Read on.
Verse 5. Behold, ye among the heathens, and regard and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days.
He said, the Most High said, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna work some work in your days. Read on.
Which ye will not believe.
He said, you ain't gonna believe it. Read on.
Though it be told you.
He said, even if I told you what I was gonna do, you wouldn't believe it. Most I say, I see what you're saying, Rebecca. So Rebecca was in righteousness though. See, we got to be careful what we ask for. Everybody don't got the same grace as Rebecca and Edges. So they were well in favor for the Most High God. Mm-hmm. The Most High told Rebecca, he said, man, I'm gonna do something so cold that boy, you wouldn't even believe it when you saw it. Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Jump over to verse 12.
Verse 12. Art thou not from everlasting, O Lord, my God, mine Holy One? We shall not die, O Lord. Thou hast ordained them for judgment.
What did the Most High do?
Ordained them for judgment. See,
Beckham knew and understood. He said, okay, Lord, I see. He said, I got you. He said, we should not die. He said, but you have ordained these other people for judgment. They are with judgment. Okay, I see where you're going now. Esau, when they put that knee on our neck, when they shoot us down these streets, when they on top and we on the bottom all the time, it's because he ordained them to be our judgment. That's it, that's all. Read on.
And Almighty God, thou hast established them for correction.
He said you made them judgment and you established them for correction. For our correction.
Make us cry.
Make us cry like a mug, boy. They ain't here for nothing but for our judgment and the correct obstinate behind for not keeping the laws of the Most High God. He showed a big of that. Read on. I mean, just drop down to chapter 2, verse 1. So Abekam understood. Abekam asked, and he got some understanding of it. But we want to make sure when we ask in righteousness, man, because sometimes you got to be careful with your ask, but sometimes you get the question and answer that you don't want to get to. So, but Habakkuk understood because the Most High gave it to him. Read verse chapter 1.
Chapter 2. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Read on.
And the Lord answered me and said,
he said, the Lord answered and said,
write a vision and make it plain upon tables, that ye may run that readeth it.
Read on.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
So he told him this vision is for appointed time. Like we read, everything is done for a season and purpose. And Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 6. Everything is for a time and purpose. Read on.
But at the end, it shall speak and not lie.
But he said at the end, he said, guess what? It's going to come to fruition, man. And it's not going to lie. It's not going to be a lie. The Most I say, you just stay the course and I got you. Because I told you they for your judgment and your correction, that's all they're going to be for. But when I told you in Obadiah, they're going to be punished off the face of the earth, and they're going to have to clean this earth up like for 1,000 years, and then get wiped off the earth forever. He said it's not going to be a lie. Read on.
Though it tarry.
He said, though it might be a long time. Because we feeling the pain, ain't we? He said it might tarry. It might not be now. He said it might be for a while. But what?
Wait for it.
Wait, do what?
Wait for it.
Wait for it, Israel. Wait for it. Stay the course. Finish the fight. Read on.
Because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
He said it's going to come, and when it comes, it's not going to tarry when I do get it there, man. You best believe the Most I say, when I show up, I'm going to show out. He said, when I show up, I'm going to show out. He said, it might tarry, but he said, when it get there, he said, man, it ain't going to tarry when it get there, though. Going to be our last precept right here. Let's go into the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel. We're going to show you about a brother, man, who asked. 1 Samuel chapter 26, verse 8 first. Going to this little spiel right here, then we'll get out of here. 1 Samuel chapter 26, verse 8. And it's going into our wicked King Saul, man. You know, Saul was the first king, man, Benjamite. But Saul was wicked, man. Saul did some wicked things. And we're going to show you that he asked, but he wasn't careful what he asked for. He didn't understand. I'm going to show you this. 1 Samuel 26, chapter verse 8, right quick.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 26, starting with verse 8.
Now, mind you, I'm slacking.
That's all right. That's right. Good.
Now, This is going into David. Saul trying to kill David. Now David done spurred Saul numerous of times. See, David was a man of the Lord. This was David coming to being king after Saul. David was a man that the Lord pleased, because David was in righteousness with the Lord. He did what the Most High asked him to do, man. And he was shown great favor. But Saul was jealous of David, because David was going to get the kingdom after him. So Saul was trying to kill David. Now, Saul had been trying to kill David. Saul tried to kill David this particular time. David was with his army, with his group of men, with his hitters, like we say, his hitters. And Saul tried to creep up on him again. But the Most High put a deep sleep on Saul and showed Saul to David. David saw one of David's watchmen, saw that Saul was over there. And he was like, oh yeah, he got his spear, he got his sword, he's trying to kill you. We'll see what David did though. Read verse 8.
Then said
Abishai. I say Abishai.
You say Abishai?
Abishai.
Yeah, it looked like Abishai. Yeah. Said Abishai to David, God hath delivered thine enemy into thine hand this day.
Now this was his servant. He's letting David know. He said, man, guess what? He said, that's what Saul was trying to get you. He said, guess what the Most High did? He put him right in your hand. This Negro over here asleep. Read on.
Not yesterday, but this day. Now, therefore, let me smite him, I pray thee, with a spear, even to the earth, at once, and I will not pray thee with smite him the second time.
He said, I'm gonna hit him one time. He said, David, let me get him, man. He said, I see this Negro over here. He got his sword, he got his army, he over here ready to try to kill you. He said, but let me go get him. He said, I pray, David, let me go get him, man. I got you, King. I ain't King David yet, but he said, I got you, David. Let me go get this Negro. He said, I'm gonna hit him one time and he ain't gonna be breathing no more. He said, I ain't gonna have to hit him but once. Abishai, he said, man, I'm gonna get him one. Let's see what David said.
And David said to Abishai, destroy him not.
What did David say?
Destroy him not.
As much as Saul tried to kill David and had hatred toward David, David told his soldiers, he said, man, look, he over there, don't do it, read on.
For who can stretch forth his hand against the Lord's anointed and be guiltless? David
understood, man. David knew Leviticus 19 and 17 that he can hate his brother in his heart, nor can he will kill his brother. David said, now, Abishai, don't do it, man. He said, because who can kill one of God's anointed? Because King David, Saul was a king. Saul was the king. He said, who can kill one of God's anointed and be held guiltless? The Most High still gonna put your butt in the ram too, man. King David said, I'm telling you, leave him alone, man. Read on.
David said, furthermore, as the Lord liveth, the Lord shall smite him.
Who?
The Lord shall smite him.
David said, if the Lord liveth, the Lord go get him. I ain't gonna touch him. Read on.
Or his days shall come to die. Or he shall descend into battle and perish.
David said, the Lord go get him some kind of way. He gonna send him into battle. He might get old and stricken and die, but the Lord go get him. We're not gonna do that. Read on.
The Lord forbid that I should stretch forth mine hand against the Lord's anointed. But I pray thee, take thou now a spear that is at his bolster, and the cruse of water, and let us go.
See, Abishai saw that Saul was over there sleeping, but he had his spear stuck in the ground, ready. And David said, just go take his spear, man. He said, just go take his spear. He said, let's get out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's all he told him to do. He said, I'm not going to kill him. He said, I'm not going to put my hands on him. Go to Exodus 14 and 14 right quick. This is why the Lord saw so much favor in David. David could have got Saul numerous of times. But see, this is what Saul did. Saul asked for David. But who did he get in return? He got the Most High God. See, be careful what you ask for. So you ask for David. You want David. Me and you, David. One-on-one, David. Yeah, me and you. But David in righteousness with the Most High God. Therefore, you ain't getting David when the time comes. David say, he not going to get me. He going to get the Most High God. Be careful what you ask for, man. Yeah. Saul wanted David bad. But Saul didn't know that he was barking up a different tree. Then you thought you wanted David, but you finna get the Most High God.
Didn't Saul go to the prophet and to the seer and they summons Samuel?
We're gonna go there next.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
That's the last one.
That's the hit right there.
That's the last one.
That's the hit.
That's right. Read on.
All right.
Exodus 14 and 14. This is why David was in so much favor with the Most High God.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall fight for you.
What did David tell it, brother?
The Lord shall fight for you.
And you what?
And ye shall hold your peace.
David said, I'm in total submission to the Most High God. He said, if I just do what the Most High asked me to do, he gonna fight for me. That's right. See, Saul was looking to fight David, but he didn't know he was finna get in that ring with the Most High God. You need to be careful what he asked for, man. You thought you wanted David, but you weren't getting David. You was getting the Most High, man. So King David, man, well, this one, but at that time he wasn't King David, but King David was very special, and this was very wise and lawful what David did, because David knew the law, man. Saul wasn't trying to have that brotherly love. Let's jump over to 28, though. Samuel 28. Jump down to verse 3. Start at verse 3 right quick. We're going to skip it down a little bit.
Verse 3?
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 28, verse 3.
And this after David and let Saul make it. And actually, Saul had told David that because after David took his spear, Saul went up about a mile or two away and called Saul to wake up because Saul was asleep. So David went up about 2 miles away, got away from him, and called out to him, let him know, hey, look, I got your spear. I could have got you, but I didn't. He said, I'm not going to touch you. He touched Saul so much that Saul said, man, you know what? I ain't going to even try to kill you no more, David. He was like, man, I'm tired of this, man. David let his light shine so much on Saul that now Saul can do nothing but get that same respect back to David. Like, man, I done tried to kill this dude all these times, but he won't kill me. Saul said, I got your spirit. David said, I got your spirit. Saul like, where is my God? He said, damn, he got my spirit. I mean, he could have killed me. That's right. So this is going into this now. Now read verse 3.
Now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had lamented him, and buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land.
Jump down to verse 7. So Samuel was dead. Saul had put away the enchantments and things. You know, that's a sin in our nation. Try to do witchcraft and everything. We're going to get that scripture too. So Samuel was dead. Let's go to verse 7.
Verse 7. Then said Saul unto his servants, seek me a woman that had a familiar spirit.
So Saul had told the nation, put away all that witchcraft, but he go right back. Now he was still wicked. He wasn't trying to kill David no more, but he was still wicked as hell. Because now he's telling his servants, go find me a woman that got a familiar spirit in doing this witchcraft. Even though he done made everybody else put it away. Read on.
That I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said unto him, behold, there is a woman that hath a familiar spirit in Endor.
Okay, read on.
And Saul
disguised
himself.
So Saul, everybody knew Saul. He was the king. But Saul went to see this woman in Endor, and he disguised himself. He put on some different raiment and clothes and covered his head and stuff and face so he can go talk to the woman. Because had the woman known he was Saul, she would have been like, no, I'm not doing this for you because you the king. Right. You just told us to get away from this stuff. Don't do this. Read on.
And put on other remnant. And he went and two men with him. And they came to the woman by night.
And understand, it's the weaker vessel. The woman, a weaker vessel, right? So they found a woman, a weaker woman. They went to her by night. When it's dark, you know what I'm saying? You really can't tell it's Saul. He got different clothes on. Read on.
And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring me him up, whom I shall name unto thee.
Now Saul told this woman, bring up, I want you to bring up Samuel, man. Because, see, and another thing was the Lord wasn't dealing with Saul no more.
Right.
See, the Lord was dealing with Saul at first, but the Lord wasn't dealing with Saul no more. Saul was praying to the Most High, and the Most High wasn't giving him answer. He wasn't talking to Saul again. Saul was so wicked trying to kill David that the Most High stopped dealing with him. So he went to this woman to try to get to Samuel, who had died, to get some understanding of what's going on. Read on verse 9.
And the woman said unto him, behold, thou knowest what Saul had done?
And she telling this man, she don't know it's Saul. But she like, what you talking about, bro? I'm not going to do no witchcraft. Saul already said we can't do this no more. Read on.
How he had cut off those that have familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. Wherefore, then layest thou a snare for my life to cause me to die.
She was like, come on, man. You trying to get me killed, man. Saul done already said we can't do this stuff no more. You trying to get me killed. Let's see what Saul did.
And Saul swore to her by the Lord, saying, as the Lord liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee.
Now, Saul lied to this woman and swore to this woman by the Most High God. He said, if the Lord liveth, he said, I swear that the Lord not going to do you no hurt. Saul was wicked, man. Let's go to Leviticus 19 right quick, man. Leviticus 19 and 12. Saul swore by the Most High name, man, lying to this woman. This woman was like, nah, but don't forget, the woman is a weaker vessel. So she was a little weaker, you know. So he manipulated her, first of all, and then he swore by the Most High God name. Read Leviticus 19 and 12.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 12.
It's a law.
And ye shall not swear by my name falsely.
Read that again.
Ye shall not swear by my name falsely. Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord.
So Saul was so wicked, man. Saul knew the laws, and he still swore by the Most High God to this woman that the Most High God wasn't going to do nothing to her. Out of order. Saul was so desperate, man. See, this what do. Desperate time call for desperate measures. Right. Now you doing anything. Like we said, you'll swear on, you'll pray for somebody's destruction. In a desperate time, it get that bad. Matter of fact, let's go to jump over and go to 19 and 32 and 31.
In Leviticus?
Yeah. Because Saul broke two laws right here in this one passage, man. Go back to Leviticus 19 and 31. So he swore by the Most High God name and lied to this woman. And let's see what else he did.
Leviticus 19, verse 31. Excuse me. Regard not them that have familiar spirits.
What did the Bible say?
Regard not them that have familiar spirits.
The Most High said, regard them not. Regard not them that have familiar spirits. So Saul wasn't even supposed to be doing this. This is witchcraft, man.
Right.
He wasn't even supposed to be going to this woman doing this witchcraft, man. Leviticus 19 and 31. Read on.
Neither seek after wizards.
Neither do what?
Seek after wizards. To be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God.
So Saul broke two commandments right here in this one little passage. He swore on the Most High God name, and he went to look for a wizard and a familiar spirit. And that is a law that we shouldn't do it. And it's the king. Right. It's the king at that time. Verse 11. Go back to 1 Samuel.
Verse 11. In 1 Samuel 28. Then said the woman, whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, bring me up Samuel.
Now he said, I want you to go get Samuel for me. So she finna go into this wizard, into this wizard thing, into this familiar spirit. And he said, I want you to go bring up Samuel so I can talk to Samuel, because the Most High God and I'm talking to him. Read on.
And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spake to Saul, saying, why hast thou deceived me? For thou art Saul.
So the woman pulled up Samuel. And then that pulling up, she realized that this was Saul that was trying to get to Samuel. And she said, dang, Saul, why did you deceive me like that? Why would you come and lie, change the look and stuff and do that? To read on.
13. And the king said unto her, be not afraid, for what sawest thou?
So Saul like, don't be afraid, but tell me what you saw. Don't even worry about all that. Just tell me what you saw. Read on.
And the woman said unto Saul, I saw gods ascending out of the earth.
You saw God. I saw gods ascending out of the earth. And lowercase God, that's Samuel. I mean, that's Saul ascending out of the earth. And it's gonna reiterate and let you know that that's. Read on now. We're gonna keep reading.
And he said unto her, what form is he?
So Saul like, dang, what form is he? What he look like? What is it? So Saul like, man, hold on. You see gods ascending out of earth. Dang, is that me? Like, what he look like? Read on.
And she said, an old man cometh up, and he is covered with a mantle.
Read on.
And Saul perceived that it was Samuel, and he stooped with his face to the ground and bowed himself.
All right, so he said she pulled up Samuel. Read on.
And Samuel said to Saul, why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up?
So Samuel said, Saul, what the hell are you doing? Why did you come get me out of the grave, man? Samuel like, what are you doing, Saul?
Disturbing my sleep.
Hey, I'm out here chilling, man. I'm trying to rest with the most. What are you doing, man? Read on.
And Saul answered, I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and God is departed from me, and answered me no more, neither by prophets nor by dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I shall do.
So we said, be careful what you ask for. Let's see why you should have been careful what you asked for. Samuel like, man, this Negro here. Okay. You want to know? Let's get to it. Verse 16.
Get your highlighters out and your pencils and paper, because this is the part. Then said Samuel, wherefore then doest thou ask of me, seeing the Lord is departed from thee, and is become thine enemy?
Because to be a friend of the world is to be an enemy of God.
That's right.
So Saul became a friend of the world by trying to kill David and do all these other mischiefs that he been doing. Because when you're doing sin, you know more of God. So he said, Samuel said, God, the Lord became your enemy. Read on.
And the Lord had done to him as he spake by me, for the Lord hath rent the kingdom out of thine hand, and given it to the neighbor, even to David.
He said, man, Saul, you finna lose the kingdom. Don't worry about it. He's finna give it to David. That's first. It's what I see. You want to know what's gonna happen? You finna lose the kingdom. David finna get it. Read on.
Because thou obeyest not the voice of the Lord, nor executed his fears, wrath upon Amalek. Therefore hath the Lord done this thing unto thee this day.
Because remember, Samuel was supposed to kill all the Amalek, like he didn't. So he said, all this wicked stuff you done did, man, the Lord finna put first, he finna do this to you this day. Read 19.
Moreover, the Lord will also deliver Israel with thee unto the hands of the Philistines.
He said, well, you know what? What else I'm gonna give you? So you finna lose the kingdom. David finna be the king. All these wicked Negroes with you. Y'all finna die in battle. Philistine, you worried about the Philistine? You should be. They finna kill you.
That's right. And tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me.
So Samuel said, guess what else? Tomorrow, come this time tomorrow, you and your sons is gonna be in this grave with me. Since you want to know, you ask it. Since you want to ask, right? Well, here you go. You ask for it, well, here you go. Read on.
The Lord also shall deliver the host of Israel into the hand of the Philistines.
Read verse 20. We'll get out of here.
Then Saul fell straightway all alone on the earth and was sore afraid because of the words of Samuel. And there was no strength in him, for he had eaten no bread all the day nor all the night.
So I guess Saul was trying to get him a little fasting, thinking that that'll help him. Yeah, that ain't gonna help you. You want to pull up Samuel? You want to ask a question? Be careful what you ask for. You were scared of the Philistines, but guess what? You finna lose the kingdom. You finna lose the nation of Israel. Y'all finna lose this battle. And you and your sons gonna be in this grave with me come tomorrow. Be careful what you ask for.
Yes, sir.
You might not get the answer that you want.
He should have prayed if he can come to Monday night dying.
Let's go. Let's get this law. We'll go back to Leviticus 19 and 12. We want to get out of here, man. We'd like to thank y'all for subscribing, man. If I haven't subscribed, like we say, hit that subscribe button. Thank y'all, Israel, for tuning in tonight, man. I hope it was an edification in this class. Be careful what you ask for, man. Even to the fact that you'll ask for your husband or your wife to get the truth. Then when they get the truth, they go 100%. Now it's too much for you. You asked for it. You say you want them to get the Bible right. Now they in the Bible. Now they got the Bible. Now they for the truth now. Now they can't take it. Be careful what you ask for.
That's right.
You was asking me to get in the Bible, right? You was asking me, Lord, I just hope that he just start getting some understanding of you, Lord, that he start going to church or something, Lord. Then that boy start going to the church of the Israelites.
That's right.
And start getting in that Bible for the truth. Now guess what? You want to careful what you ask for, because now he done took it all the way now.
Right.
Now he's running full speed. Now you be careful what you ask for. It's a lot of situations with this thing, man.
Now, Pastor can't come over and eat chillings.
Nope. Now you done took it too far. Now you tripping now. No, you asked me to get in this now a minute. Now let's see what to do. Be careful what you ask for. Read this, we'll get out of here.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 12.
They always say keep the laws, we're going to give you a law again. Same law.
And ye shall not swear by my name falsely, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord.
Well, like you said, we can't be out there saying, telling that woman, oh yeah, you ain't nothing gonna happen to you for breaking the law. Nah, that's a lie. And then Saul was like, I swear you by you, woman. And he's like, you tripping. So we can't swear by the Lord's name, man.
Okay.
Like we say, thank y'all for the game to the GoFundMe. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for getting this truth. Share this truth, man. You got anything up?
I'm good.
And with that, man, the BattleAxes say shalom.
Shalom.